Welcome back. In some disturbing news from the district of Viduppuram, another case of sexual abuse has been reported. This time, it's a 10-year-old girl who is the victim. A man named Natarajan, who is on the run, has been named as an accused, and two cases, in fact, have already been slapped against him. Just last week, a similar case was reported from the same district where a 9-year-old girl was sexually abused, allegedly by her school correspondent's son. In other news from the city, the Chennai Anti-Corruption Branch of the CBI have unearthed concealed taxable income to the tune of about 100 crores. The CBI sources, in fact, have revealed to us that A. Ravinder had offered and agreed to extend undue favours to Everon Education Limited in the matter of income tax evasion of payment of 50 lakhs as bribe. They have also found that the managing director of Everon, Kishore, had agreed to make that payment of 50 lakhs as bribe to A. Ravinder yesterday. Meanwhile, the CBI has also arrested an additional commissioner of income tax while accepting 50 lakhs as bribe, and searches have also resulted in the seizure of the additional amount of another 58 lakh rupees. Moving on, nowadays it's no more a necessity to go to the offices to manage your own when you can manage just about everything from your home or even your mobile phone. Currently, when 40% of the Indian GDP comes from small and medium business companies, cloud-based business seems to have become the need of the hour for SMBs. Sudarshan Kumar catches wind of these virtual clouds creating waves. Take a look. Visited your bank today while still sitting comfortably at home? Well, while enjoying such online services, you may also want to remember that this is the 5th year of cloud computing, the service which has made life so much more comfortable for people like you and I, and also for most small and medium business houses.
It's a very easy way of carrying out your day-to-day transactions for the growth of your business. Most customers today have started understanding that an ERP is a basic necessity for the business. It's not whether or not I need to have an ERP, it's when.
But what is it that pulls SMBs to cloud computing?
It's made a big impact on our organization. I have a lot of control. I know where the inventory is. That's one of the biggest problems for us. I'm able to predict my cost. It has added at least to about 5 to 7% to our bottom line.
No wonder the demand for cloud computing is growing, especially since clients don't have to wait long.
Biggest benefit is the fact that the system can be implemented and up and running in a matter of weeks, as opposed to months that it would take for traditional technologies to be implemented.
Until recently, the cost of implementing a fully fledged enterprise resource planning or ERP system was very, very steep. Experts say with the cloud technology's growing popularity, a more affordable ERP solution will become a reality.
It is a system where essentially the investment from our part is very, very low. There was an upfront one-time charge of about $1.5 lakh, and then on an ongoing basis, it roughly works out to about 30,000 rupees a month.
And according to the research, cloud services will be growing at the rate of 63% through 2014. However, there are glitches, security being the biggest concern. But experts believe it's only a matter of time before that gets resolved. In Chennai with Sudarshan Kumar, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu. In summer news from the city, 15 idols are said to be reported missing from a Jain temple here in the city. The priest, in fact, had locked the doors of the temple late last night, but a lady today found the doors unlocked. In fact, this morning, the idols are said to be worth 1 crore rupees, but are nowhere to be found. The moon for the Islamic month of Shawwal has been sighted, and so Eid al-Fitr will be celebrated with traditional zeal across the country tomorrow. This is a Muslim holiday that marks the end of Ramadan, a conclusion of the month-long dawn to sunset fasting. Popularly known as the festival of breaking of the fast, it now leads to the occasion of feasting and rejoicing, which means special food and delicacies will be prepared and distributed among friends and neighbors. Now, the India Council for Integral Education has announced that it is seeking proposals from schools, public and not-for-profit private Well, two types of main grants will be available depending upon the grant value for this venture. One for large-scale projects demonstrating excellence and ready to scale for mass delivery. The other for projects emerging from research, pilot projects or even model projects. Now, one of India's leading healthcare delivery organizations in eye and diabetes care, the Medford Hospitals Private Limited, have merged with the Max Vision High Hospitals. In fact, this marks the entry of the group into Chennai in addition to cities like Hyderabad, Delhi, Vizag, Vijayawada and the UAE. The joint entity will provide LASIK treatment for the patients looking at cataract and retina special care. Top doctors in the group see this as a significant cross-referral between diabetes care and eye care becoming a reality. In some national news, India has posted its slowest economic growth in 6 quarters, with the output up 7.7% in the April-June quarter as opposed to an 8.8% in the same quarter last year. Strong agricultural sector output offset the weakness in manufacturing and the construction sector. The RBI has already hiked rates 11 times in 18 months, and the balancing act only continues. After reviewing the Sports Development Bill 2011, the Cabinet has not cleared it. The bill was meant to increase considerably the transparency of all sports bodies. The Sports Minister Ajay Markan has been asked to revise the bill. Present at the meet were 5 Cabinet Ministers, Sharad Pawar, Praful Patel, C.P. Joshi, Vilas Rao Deshmukh and Farooq Abdullah, all of whom head sports bodies. Concerns voiced reportedly centered upon whether the bill would impinge too far upon the autonomy of sports bodies. Staying with national news, the Madhya Pradesh government has appeared in a controversy yet again, this time for introducing a book named Dev Putra in the government schools. To distribute this book, the government has to shell out an extra 1.5 crores every year, but it is the content that the Congress finds objectionable. The book contains stories and poems on patriotism, largely based on Hindu mythology and religion. The opposition, the Congress, is hitting out, says it fears that such reading material is impressionable for the young minds. A case of fraud against the former Maharashtra Chief Minister Ashok Chavan already facing the heat in the Aadhar scam. Chavan, along with Maharashtra's Education Minister Rajendra Darda, Rajya Sabha MP Vijay Darda and the then District Collector Sanjay Deshmukh have been accused of usurping a playground land in Yavatmal district of Maharashtra. Vijay Darda's Jawaharlal Darda Education Society allegedly built a 3-story building on the land after the then Chief Minister Chavan, also heading the Urban Development Department, asked the collector to regularize the construction despite reservations of tough officials. The former Karnataka Lokayukta Justice Santosh Hegde has defended Anna Hazare's associates Kiran Bedi and Om Puri. Hegde has opposed the privilege motion against them. He said, maybe they have exceeded in mimic, but it's so common and at times there are provocations for that. In the Constitution, there is nothing against it. Breach of privilege should be used in exceptional cases. Up ahead on the bulletin, it's an early Dasera darshan for Kolkataites. This time, he's from Argentina and has the local football flavor.